Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
President Mugabe may name Grace as his successor. In a shocking development to President Robert Mugabe's succession political plate tectonics, the veteran nonagenarian is reportedly set to name his wife, First Lady Grace, as his successor sometime next year, as the country descends into a Mugabe dynasty, Spotlight Zimbabwe reported. The publication claims to have gathered this information from some senior ruling party officials. The hard-to-swallow disclosures come at a time when the ruling ZANU-PF succession wars are now at a zenith, following Vice President Emerson Mnangagwa's poisoning scare last week, which saw his health condition virtually becoming an emergency military operation, after he was flown to South Africa for urgent treatment and examination from Manyame Air Base. Harare was plunged into disbelief and panic mode as many feared for Mnangagwa's life, with his top ally, Zimbabwe Defense Forces, ZDF, Commander, General Constantino Chiwenga, making the swift intervention to have Mnangagwa rushed to Johannesburg. As first revealed by Spotlight Zimbabwe last year in March, it is however more likely for Mnangagwa to become the next president, while Chiwenga is set to become Vice President of Zimbabwe, thus becoming the first highest-ranking military chief in the country's history to assume the second most powerful office in the land, after his predecessor, the late General Vitalist Zvinavash, came within a whisker of taking up the same office in 2004 following the death of VP Simon Musonda, in a thrilling grand political plan that has been brewing since 2008, reportedly mooted and involving former Ethiopian leader, Mengistu Haile Mariam, now exiled in Zimbabwe after receiving asylum in 1991, who is said to be the brainchild of the scheme, as a hired national security consultant of the military. Mugabe, the party officials say, intends to hand over the reins of power to Grace soon after securing a fresh 5-year term, if he wins the watershed 2018 presidential elections, as the ZANU-PF strongman is said to be convinced that a military putsch is still possible, and could be executed in a bloodless manner. Mugabe came out, with his guns blazing against the military last month, accusing them of interfering in politics and that their involvement was tantamount to a coup. The military has no right, to be interfering with the political processes, Mugabe told a meeting of his